the viewers, listeners out there who are thinking, my goodness, my life is anything but simple, easy, and effortless. What would be the top tips, if you like, or the real sort of the nuggets that would help them to actually connect with a more simple way of living? Would it be something that you've experienced in your own life? Something that could help them to actually live the life they love?
I mean, the first thing as you ask that springs to mind is the exercise that I do, the ritual that I have for the morning, which is how I want my day to be.
Yeah.
And that's even before I've got out of bed. It's while I'm convincing myself that I want to get out of bed, which is never too much convincing. But I would at that point say, my life is going to be simple and effortless today. I'm going to keep it simple. So there's a lot around the activity of affirmation and reminding myself, I'm keeping it simple. So when something will crop up, it's like, okay, we're going to get through this, and it's how you might talk to somebody else when you're giving them reassurance, and even though you have no idea how you're going to get out of that pickle, you still are trying to say the right things while you trust. Oh yeah, while you're scratching around in your brain thinking, right, how are we going to sort this out? How are we going to sort this out? But we find it, we find that. So I think that's got to be definitely the most significant and probably the most powerful shift for people to make. And the second would be to, try all three, at different points, meditation, contemplation, and journaling, and find the one that juices you up in that time. So it might be that for a few weeks you just feel like journaling, but then do that and have that as a sacred experience with yourself. And if you start to find that you're avoiding the journaling, or you just, there are obviously maybe other reasons around it, but sometimes you don't need to get into the kind of why it's happening. Start meditating. Yeah. But if you find you're swapping and changing every day, like the weather might, then you might want to just kind of stand back a little bit and think, okay, why am I not committing to one activity? I would say to start off with, if you did something for a week and then see how that goes, do the other one for a week and the other one for a week, and then find your rhythm and your own relationship with journaling, meditation, and contemplation. And for people who don't know what contemplation is, the best way I can describe it is if you were a child and you were sat in the back of a car wondering when you were going to get there, and just, it's like the lucid dreaming. It's the keeping your eyes open, staring out the window, thinking how when you get older you'll never sit in a car for long journeys again. Those thoughts that we had as children. But that to me is contemplation. So you're not trying to shut your eyes or force yourself into any positions, and meditation isn't really about any of those things. It's really about a connection to self.
Yeah, the contemplation one is probably one that many of the viewers and listeners will relate to, because we've all done it at one stage or another. We all do it regularly, So to recognise that as a valuable way of and reflecting and allowing yourself to be more open, it's a great place to start. I love it.
And it kind of, like, there are times when I can't meditate for various reasons, if there's a lot of energy shifts going on, or I'm feeling very distracted. Sometimes it's not appropriate to meditate. So contemplation is a really wonderful way to just disconnect from the world and just go into my inner world and just either work stuff through or just to focus on some kind of expansion. And often I'll listen to a meditation that I will have recorded with my eyes open and just kind of allow the words to connect to me and allow myself to think about it. So that is the contemplation part as well. So you meditation CDs, but keep your eyes open.
Yeah, and it's almost like I find one of the keys is actually to let go of any expectation around the activity. You know, if we can let go of the idea that, oh, I need to feel like this, or I need to that, or I don't need this, and I have to do it in a certain way, then everything becomes much easier anyway. If we can just accept that whatever we do is perfect, and practice it, and, you know, just sort of become in tune with how you feel about it, then it's such a, it is so easy.
Absolutely, and it's another funny one though, because I think it's another one of these spiritual teachings that you learn very early on, which is, you know, it's all an illusion, do nothing, or, you know, words to that effect, and there is a little divine joke in this, do nothing. Actually, you do a lot, but the do nothing, you know, the accepting everything is perfect is, again, or having no expectation on an outcome, it's still not a passive. People think that means that they're giving up.
That's right.
And that's the tension that I'm finding more and more in people. It's that fear of, well, if I accept this, that means I've given up. And it's like, no, you haven't given up. You're not surrendering. You're not surrendering with a white flag. You're surrendering to saying, I accept this here now. And from there, you get a platform to grow.